obviously JJC being a junior college, you guys are at the D3 junior college level, and just like
Yep.
regular old NCAA levels, you have D1, D2, and D3 JUCOs. Can you kind of walk through a little bit for the players, the different levels in JUCO, and what they can and cannot offer, and then obviously what maybe some advantages you see on your end for players going the junior college route, more specifically going to JJC, which you guys mostly recruit in district and relatively locally. So can you kind of walk through that a little bit?
Yeah, so the three divisions in junior college, 1, 2, and 3. Division 1, there's scholarships involved there, but those scholarships can entitle with tuition, room and board, everything as a whole of what they can give. And then when you go down to D2, it's tuition waivers, but that's it. You can't pay for room and board or any other supplemental payments. And then on the Division 3 level, we can't offer anything athletically. So it's tough in this day and age. It does get a little bit tough, but you hope, the reason grabbing in district guys is, the thing that you have to remember with scholarships, it's such limited with baseball. I mean, you're not, you might be getting percentages here and there. It's just like as you move on and go to a 4-year,
right,
there's only a certain amount. And those coaches are trying to 25%, 35, who gets this, who gets that. So when I grab in-district kids, they're paying an in-district rate. And we're usually cheaper sometimes than, someone that might veer off and go to a school that's giving them a tuition waiver.
right.
So, and alongside that, we have close to about 450 academic scholarships. So, they're able to apply and qualify for a lot of scholarships just because they're not athletic. It's like the D3 route in NCAA. I mean, we bring in good kids who are in districts and have good grades and do good things in high school. And a lot of times, JJC is not too expensive in the fact of what you're getting and the quality of classes that you're taking. So it bears, I feel like every year the team we put out is going to compete for a national championship. That's our goal. That something I implemented, and that's been with Coach King as well. But in our Division 3 level and things, it's a grind. It is a battle. I mean, we play everyone. There's 26 schools in our region, but JJC, we play everyone. D1, D2, D3. When we go on our Texas trip, we play some D1s down there and some of the big boys, and that's good. It's good for us. But we got a lot of special things to offer. And unfortunately, just a tuition waiver doesn't happen. But there's so many other opportunities there for them with us.
Right. I see a huge positive of guys going to junior colleges within their district, like you guys recruit heavily, because you guys can see them a lot. You guys have the ability to constantly see them in high school games. And I think at the end of the day, you maybe don't miss as much as maybe other schools do that try and recruit across multiple states, and they don't get a chance to see maybe these guys 5, 6, 7 times, where, you guys can drive 15, 20 minutes and go literally see probably every high school game you guys would want to. And I think that's a positive, just not missing, right? And the chance to actually see what a guy is and truly know what he's going to give you for the next 2 years.
Yeah, the other advantage, Andrew, is guys like you, you guys in Rhino, you guys have been great as far as if you have guys that are in your program I can go to and talk to you about. And then along with that, every single in-district high school baseball coach has been awesome to me and to JJC. All I ask a lot of times for them is just give me an opportunity. Let us be at least a choice when they're talking to other schools. And I tip my hat every day to my in-district and even not even in-district, just at least local high school coaches, because, just like you guys, but they'll tell you the truth. They'll say, hey, man, I don't know this guy, or I got to see how he's going to develop his senior year, because we don't really start piquing interest in a lot of kids until they reach their high school senior year, because, let's face it, a lot of guys have maybe hopes, aspirations of going big. And then it comes time where they say, hey, maybe I need to look at this junior college route.
Yeah.
But, the advantages on the junior college route, which I think a lot of people know, I mean, we play a 56-game schedule, which is unheard of. I mean, it's awesome. We just play baseball once the season starts. But it's a year-round. I play 15, 16 games in the fall. So we're playing fall baseball, and there's no real dead times or restriction times, and a lot of on a lot of that things. So we're playing in the fall, so you get 15 games say in the fall, and then you're playing 56 games in the spring. I mean, I think this fall I had a lot of freshmen who had 25 to 26 at bats. Some freshmen might not get 25 or 26 at bats until their junior year or the 4 year.
Right.
And when we left Texas, everybody in my roster, maybe a couple, but everyone was about 13 or 14 at bats for the season so far. So, it's just an opportunity to compete. I keep my roster size at a number that I feel comfortable. I don't, I feel like if you're going to commit to me, then I'm going to commit to you and giving you the opportunities. But that may change come next year, because I think every baseball program in America is going to have a little bit of an oversized roster, because this is going to trickle down 2-3 years with everything going on, and guys getting more years of eligibility and stuff. So it's going to have quite an impact.
Yeah, I know we were texting back and forth about that a little bit, and we both kind of agreed, you may see this really be an issue for guys 3-4 years down the road. And I don't think college coaches truly realize yet how this is going to impact their rosters quite yet. And I think they're all trying to figure that out as we kind of speak. They're all trying to figure out who's coming back, who wants the extra year, what that's going to do for younger guys coming up, and in terms of their budget, and in terms of how much money they can give out. So yeah, it's going to be a kind of a mess. But again, everyone's in it. It's not, just a certain number of players. It's literally everyone's going to be in the same boat. And, we just kind of got to wade through the waters a little bit.
Yeah, I have sophomores that have received scholarships to 4 years. And, I guess it's something that I hold hardly. I talk to them weekly about they have unfinished business at Joliet, but some of them I tell them they gotta go spread their wings and take it, and some are already committed that they're gonna come back to me. Some we're still not sure, but I'm not, I'm letting them take their time to have a 19-20-year-old kid get put with this decision is it's really tough. It breaks my heart. I feel for them. So if they decide to move to a 4 year, then we do our job. That's my goal, is to get everyone to a 4 year. And but if they decide to come back, I'm taking them. So, I think it's the high school seniors are the ones that, unfortunately, I think this is really going to, hurt a little bit, just for the fact that they may be committed somewhere, and now a senior's coming back to where they're going to take that senior spot at a 4 year, or, coming into ours. We have some sophomores that might be coming back. So, and then the fact that they may not play organized baseball since, last fall.
Right.
I mean, I've already been talking, if we're the ability to get back on campus, I'm going to have to approach fall ball a lot differently, because I may have 10 to 15 kids and my roster that's coming back that haven't even thrown.
Yep.
Usually we'll get guys who have summer ball in them and travel ball, and they've thrown, and they're everything's, the juices are flowing. This may be a whole different, thought process. So there's a lot that goes into this. And I still have this little slight worry of, will we be playing in the fall? So, like I said, I wish there was a manual, but someone's going to create one, and we'll just keep it near, because I hope this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I hope this is the last time we actually have to figure all this stuff out. But, you're talking about kind of your facilities a little bit, and obviously you guys can't use them right now because you guys are all shut down. But, we took a tour with you not too long ago and walked through kind of everything JJC had to offer on the athletic side. And, man, the facilities are beautiful. I mean, I don't think there's another school around here locally that, has something that you guys do. In terms of the indoor space and the weight rooms and things like that. And maybe there is, but it's beautiful there. And, we were taking that tour, and you had your team up there weightlifting, or your team was up there and putting in the work. How big is weightlifting to you and your program, and what you tend to see out of players? And how big of a difference do you see from a kid, maybe in high school, that doesn't take the weight room seriously, to when they get to you and put on some size, and that difference that makes in their game?
Yeah, it plays a factor. I think one of the best things with junior college baseball that I tell a lot of, kids that are looking at us is, right now you have an opportunity to, come to us for 2 years, but we're going to get you bigger. We're going to get you stronger. We're going to get you faster. we'll take hopefully some pitchers that are 83, 84 and get them a couple miles per hour on your fastball. That all strives through weight room and working. And, the weight room is we got kids that love it and they live it. And then we have kids that sometimes it might not be their thing, but I change it up. Well, after we get done with fall baseball, we have the ability, we'll lift 2 to 3 times a week, but then we also what I call sweat sessions in our turf field. And I mean, we have 500-pound tires, we have sledgehammers, we have ropes, we got the music cranked, and it's 40 minutes, 45 minutes of 6 stations and let's go. And I think the guys formed a camaraderie that brought us together, but it makes them bigger. The bigger, stronger, faster, but it's a little bit of a different alternative than pumping on the bench press or things like that. So, we watch them over. We watch over them when it comes to lifting, but it's about those who want to take advantage of it and use, what we have. Like you said, our facilities, I'll put them up against pretty much anyone, maybe Northwestern and their new facility. But, for a junior college, they have an indoor turf where we have a full turf infield. We don't miss a single beat when we work in the infield. We have cages that are, cages on steroids, as I call them. They're huge. And we could play long toss. And when we come inside, besides fly balls, we can take care of everything. And I think that's such an advantage for us to play with, and then the facility itself, as far as being a student athlete, everything's there. Our academic skills room is there. We have our academic advisors, which my main assistant serves as one of them. So we keep athletics under a nice little umbrella and watch over them. And then when we're able to get outside, which we're probably one of the only very few this year that played. I mean, we played 5 home games before we even went on our trip. And the ability that our field is ready, and it's Coach King made that one of the best, and it's just my goal to keep it one of the best. So, but yeah, I mean, the weight room, it's important. It really is, but there's so much that goes along with it that, you can lift all the weights you want in the world, but, if you can't focus on taking the ball the other way, it's not going to help.
Sure. Hey, Bronny, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, so I appreciate you jumping on here. I thought there was a lot of really good information that players can take. I can't wait for ABCAs next year. Looking forward to it again and seeing you down there.
Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah, looking forward to it. So, hey, again, I appreciate it. And like always, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Hey, I greatly appreciate it. Appreciate everything you and Greg and the rest of the guys do over at Rhino, for all your support from me and the Wolves. And we're always here for anyone. If anyone needs anything, just reach out.
Thanks, Bronny.
Thank you.